Hello everyone. I've noticed on the MLA papers that some of you are having trouble formatting. I just wanted to go through kind of a tutorial of how to format so that I don't have to keep writing it, because you're going to be losing points here soon if you do it wrong. So the first thing you do when you open up your Word document is you want to change the way that your paper is laid out. So all of your lines are going to have an extra line attached to them once you hit enter if you don't make this change. And that's usually where I've been putting on your papers. I want a double space, not a triple space. So the way to fix that is go to your paragraph tab here. So I'm under the home tab, and then I go to the paragraph section, hit this little down arrow. Hit that down arrow, and then this is going to pop up. There's a little button right here that you press, and notice it says don't add space between paragraphs of the same style. I want that line, because every time I hit enter it adds a space, that becomes a triple space, not a double space. So I want that, and then I want to go ahead and put it in double space so that everything I do is at double space, and then just press OK. Now I've got to set my paper up. So I want to make sure my paper is in Times New Roman. You might have to search it. I use it a lot, so it's right there. And then change to 12-point font. And then I'll go ahead and put my name. And then you put your instructor's name. Most of you will be putting Mr. Porter, or you could even put Instructor Porter. And then you put your class. So we will just put AP English Literature and Composition. Notice that I am using title case, capital Z, capital P, capital I, capital P there, capital E, capital L, capital C, but I don't capitalize that "and" because it's a small word. I don't need to capitalize small words. Now if it's a small word that means something like, say, may in "may I go to the store," you might want to capitalize that, because one, may I go to the store, that's at the beginning of the sentence. But if that's the title, may is going to be an important word. Not to mention it's the first word in your title, so that always needs capitalized as well. And then I put my date. Now notice when I put the date, today is 8 February 2015. I put my day first, and then the month, and then the year. Once I'm done with that, I go ahead and put my title. Some of you have been tabbing over to your title. Never do that. Just hit the center button right there. That'll put it right in the center. For most of your assignments, you want to put a creative title. You don't just want to say, if you're writing about, let's say, Hamlet, you don't just want to put Hamlet. Well, what are you writing about Hamlet? What's going on in your paper? So maybe I want to talk about the psychology the psychology of Ophelia and Hamlet's relationship. So notice it's not just Hamlet. That's a whole play. I mean, I can't write. I would have to write books about Hamlet the play. But if I'm going to write about the psychology of Ophelia and Hamlet, I can write that in an essay or an article. So just make sure your title matches what you're doing. It's not too broad. You want it specific to your topic. When I'm done with that, I can go ahead and start typing here. Make sure I go back to left align and hit tab and begin writing. So start your paper here. But I'm still missing one thing. So up here in the header, I just double click there. I'm going to have to put my name, and then I want to add a page number. So I go to insert. It's also right here. But to get there on your own, go to insert, page number. You want it in the current position. That means it's going to put it right where my cursor is. My cursor is right here right now. And I'm going to put it in the current position with a plain number. Now notice, if I go back to the home screen, my font is Calibri 11. I want it to match the body text, so it needs to be in Times New Roman 12. And that's the only thing I'm putting up here, so I don't have to double space it. But I do want to make it right aligned. Don't tab it over. If you tab it over, your one's not going to be flush against the side. You want to do right aligned. And now I have my last name and page number a ½ inch from the top of the page, and I have it 1 inch from the side. Remember, all of your margins in your page layout, all of your margins should be at 1, and it will default there for most of our word processors. Alright, so that's how you set up your paper. If you have any questions, again, email me or let me know, and I'll answer those questions for you, but I'm going to expect it to be like this. I do not want the top of your paper to be in triple space. I want it to be in double space, just like it is. And everywhere within your paper, there should be one line between every other line. There should never be 2 or 3. One line between everything. Okay? Well, good luck, and I look forward to reading your papers.